What's up, art lovers and sci-fi geeks? Welcome back to the channel. I'm beyond stoked to share Chronopolis, this mind-bending 1982 animated film by Polish director Piotr Kamler. It's a stop-motion gem that equals parts weird, gorgeous and totally something else. If you are into quirky visuals and big ideas like us, you're gonna eat this up. We will break down the story, the jaw-dropping style, what it's trying to say, how it came to life, and a bit about the brain behind it. So, settle in, tap that like button, and let's jump into the strange sci-fi world. Oh, and if you dig obscure animation, hit the subscribe button. You are dropped into a surreal city floating in the sky, and that's where Chronopolis begins. The plot isn't a typical A to B story, it's more like a puzzle you feel rather than solve. In this massive place called Chronopolis, immortal beings hang out, bored out of their skulls because, well, eternity is a drag. They pass the time by manipulating time itself, crafting glowing orbs and funky objects out of pure energy. Then there's this human mountain climber scaling the city's walls, catching the immortals' attention. They send a shiny, clever sphere to check him out, and when they meet, it's this oddly heartwarming moment, like kids playing. Don't know how to explain this feeling correctly, but it's cool. There's no dialogue, just some opening text to set the mood, so you are left piecing it together through visuals and sounds. It's slow, moody, and perfect for sci-fi fans who love a mysterious vibe over standard in-your-face action. Step into Chronopolis and your eyes are in for a treat. The stop motion here is next level. Kamler uses clay and other materials to build a world that feels like an ancient ruin crossed with a futuristic lab. The city is full of towering structures, zinc pyramids mixed with old-school telescopes and clunky steampunk gears. The immortals are these creepy cool statue-like figures with blank faces and weird headpieces. One's got what looks like a hoop crown, which I'm truly obsessed with while watching. The lighting's all moody, with glowing balls and dark shadows, and the camera glides slowly, making you feel like you are drifting through space. Sometimes it's go full abstract, with shapes swirling or objects melting into each other. Luca Ferrari's soundtrack, with its spooky piano and random metallic clanks, pulls you deeper into the trance. For stop-motion nerds like me, every frame is a love letter to the craft. Pure art you don't want to miss. Dig beneath the surface, and Chronopolis is packed with ideas to chew on. It's a meditation on time and purpose. These immortals have endless years, but they're stuck in a loop, fiddling with time like it's a game. When they spot a human climber, it's like they're craving something real, a connection, a reason to care. Is their city a lifeless relic, like a museum nobody visits? Or does it show how humans chase dreams while they just float through existence? The slow pace and repetitive scenes make you feel that bottom, which I think Kamler did on purpose. It's not about easy answers, it's about sitting with big questions, like how we feel our lives and what we're waiting for. If you love sci-fi that makes you think, this one's a gold mine. Ever wonder what it takes to build a sci-fi world from scratch? Chronopolis took 5 years to make, from 1977 to 1982, on a budget of under $400,000. Kamler was one-man army. He wrote the story, sculpted the models, built the sets, and animated every frame using an ancient 1920s camera. No fancy tech, just pure stop-motion magic. Every glowing orb, every twitch of an immortal's arm, it's all handcrafted, and you can feel the effort in the details. There are two versions, the original 66-minute cut with narration by Michael Lansdale and the tighter 52-minute one with no voice-over, which I watched and loved for its dreamlike flow. Luca Ferrari's experimental music with its eerie, spacey vibes was tailored to match the visuals perfectly. Piotr Kamler, the visionary who brought Chronopolis to life. Born in Poland in 1936, Kamler studied painting and graphic before moving to Paris in the 1950s, where he fell in love with experimental animation. He started making short films in the 1960s, like The Green Planet and The Hole, which mixed abstract visuals with sci-fi and philosophical themes. His work often paired with avant-garde composers like Yanis Xenakis and Luca Ferrari, blending musique concrete, sync weird experimental soundscapes, with his hypnotic imagery of course. Chronopolis was his only feature-length film, originally planned as a short, but expanded into a 66-minute epic after years of tinkering. Kamler was inspired by the idea of time as a physical force, and you can see that obsession in every frame. After Chronopolis, he made a few more shorts like Heart of Relief, but stayed under the radar, focusing on personal artsy projects. He's a cult figure for animation fans, often compared to stop-motion giants like Jan Schwankmajer or Izzy Barta, but his sci-fi surrealism is in a league of its own. Sadly, there's not much info of his later life, but his work still feels timeless. Well guys, that's Chronopolis, a stop-motion sci-fi journey that is strange as it's beautiful. It's not a quick popcorn flick, but if you love diving into a weird, thought-provoking art, it's a treasure. We'd love to know, did it blow your mind or leave you confused? Share your takes in the comments, let's get a convo going. If this kind of obscure gem is your vibe, check out our other reviews and consider joining the channel with a sub. Thanks for hanging out with us, and here's to finding more hidden masterpieces together. Catch you next time, art lovers.